You know, they say honesty is the best policy. And to be honest, you can't get to the root without telling the truth. Ay, all of the lies and deceit had me out of my seat, had me feeling like I can't even show a receipt, cause I don't wanna talk about the transactions that I was making and all the distractions that I was enamored with. You gotta understand the man that I was, the boy that I was, the way that I was, it was because of all the trauma that was inflicted. I understand that all that pain from the past I don't wanna revisit, but when I open up that can of worms, I recognize that all of the pain makes me squirm, but now I've been writing it out. I've been looking at myself. I've been staring at myself like, what are you about? What you want to do? Who you trying to be? What you trying to pursue? What you really mean to me? I'm looking at me like the pain from the past is so obscene to me, but it seems to be that it's as real as can be. Yeah, I like the way that I am now, but who I am now is from the past, and how them situations all acted, and how I acted, and how I was acting. Yeah, I wasn't me, I was just putting on a show, cause I just wanted love from my friends and from my foes. I never had it at home, cause mama was working. She was doing everything that she could, but her situation was uncertain. I understand she left when she was 17. I'm thankful that she took care of me. Understand that everything that I am and everything that I should be is not a charity, but I want to give back, cause those who gave to me, the ones that helped me when I was deep in need, I recognized that I was a seed, but I didn't grow until I recognized my pain and all my woes. Yeah, I don't like the way that I was, so I had to change who I was so I could become who it is that I am. But this ain't my final form. I recognize that I can perform, and I do adorn. I do feel all the pain and all the adversity. I recognize that all the adverse effects on me of what my dad did to me, and all the pain I see, and all the death and all the dead bodies. It's crazy because I feel comfortable with death, but life, man, that is scary. Potential's a threat. It's kind of crazy when you don't know where you're gonna go, but you recognize that you don't really have a home. That's why I'm always on the move. I've been jumping states. I like the way it feels when I register new plates. It's crazy because I want to keep moving just like some crates, but I recognize that my heart, man, it really aches. My past really broke me. It's kind of crazy because people just want to write me off, but I recognize that I'm not soft. That's the problem. That's the problem. I didn't want to open up. I didn't want to talk about it or be forgotten. Yeah. Cause if you forget me, then you won't get me. You gotta understand that the homies that was with me, they was just doing everything that they just knew, and we all was stuck. We was like, what should we really do? We ain't got pops home. It's kind of crazy because the lights on, but how we gonna keep food on the stove? I understand that the pain, man, it come in droves. I understand. I don't know everything that I don't know. My heart is sore. You gotta understand me, I'm like a carnivore. I wanna eat, but the pain inside me, it eats me. Yeah. I'm starting to be honest with myself of my past traumas, of all my past dramas. Yeah. And I feel like I could be better in the future if I look at my pain and if I don't call myself a loser. But you gotta say what you are. In the times when I was not being a shooting star, I had to tell myself that I was just a pile of mud. I had to pull myself out the mud. I was a cub. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. When I got abused, I was like at home. Well, not at home, but at a distant one with somebody that was supposed to take care of me. It's kind of crazy because I felt like I was comparing me to other people that I was seeing in magazines. Like, what you mean? And when I told people what had happened, nobody believed me. They was like, oh, it's just another joke you cracking. Yeah. And then that pain that I took from then, and the fact that people rejected my reality again, well, I guess it took me down to the distant road. And then all of a sudden I'm like, damn, what you really what's crazy about trauma is you don't remember the beginning and then the ending. You just remember that situation. It's like writing a whole book but only focusing on sentence. You gotta understand that it's all this ignorance that's floating around us. We all trying to act like we ain't trying to drown in the situation that's holding us down. Yeah. I know it hurts, man. It keeps stacking, but you gotta keep moving. That's why we all keep acting like it's all good when it's not. Cause if we keep it too real, then we gon' feel. And if we feel how we really feel, then that could cause a real problem. You gonna be in the ring boxing like Holyfield. I know just how it goes. But now I'm done trying to right my wrongs. I'm just trying to write these songs, but I ain't even writing this off the top of my mind, cause this mental shit is lightning. I mean, it's so enlightened, and I'm enlightened with thoughts. I'm trying to become better, because once I was so lost, I understand that everything that I just do is because I want to be better than I used to be. Yeah, the man I was isn't me. It's just a funny dichotomy. I think it's funny because people really want a lot from me, but I guess it's crazy because I ain't got that from me, you know? So if you think about yourself in ways that you recognize that you are better than what you were yesterday, and if you recognize that you can do more than you've ever done before, then, you know, the past doesn't make you, and it cannot break you unless you allow it to take you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I've been through, you know, trauma. I've been through a certain types of abuse, you know, physical, sexual, all types of stuff. And, you know, I've witnessed homicide, well, not specifically homicide. Like, I haven't watched somebody die, but I've found somebody dead, you know, from suicide. I've handled multiple dead bodies. I've had somebody come to me during their worst times of abuse before they end up getting murdered. Like, it's just like, you know, you really start going back. You know, I used to act out and lash out and do things that I shouldn't have been doing because I was in such deep traumatic pain. And what I've learned about trauma is when you're in trauma, or when you've dealt with trauma, your body will store it physically, and mentally you can put it back in a subconscious part of your brain. You could either store it and then lash out, whether it's on yourself or others in other situations, to avoid feeling that, or you go completely numb. And there may be things that you reach for, like, you know, alcohol or substances or sexual encounters, or, you know, just anything. It could be video games. It could be anything to try to numb yourself and try to avoid your trauma. But what I've learned is trauma is real. We're all dealing with it at different levels, but nobody's specific level's trauma is greater or worse than yours, because we all digest it differently and very individually. So, you know, love yourself, be honest with yourself, and it's okay to be honest. I'm still working on becoming completely honest with myself about everything. You know, I'm not there yet, but I recognize that I am in this process, and this process is beautifully painful. You know, I have crazy dreams. I have crazy, you know, instances where I have like realizations, and man, I don't even know. It's just, this whole thing is crazy. And I'm writing my story. I encourage you to write yours, speak it out. You know, these raps, they're just freestyles off the top of my head. That's how I really feel at this exact moment right now. And I'm capturing this in time because I want to see my progress over time. And I think it's a beautiful thing. So, you know, be honest with yourself. Be honest with the people around you. You know, love, hold, and hug, and tell these people why you got them. Because, you know, today is here and yesterday is gone. And then at one point in time, we're not going to be here at all. So, you know, enjoy it. You know, I got this cold sore, man. I'm not feeling 100%. I'll never have cold sores, but I got one right now. And it's never say never, because part of life is just recognizing that it is what it is and you are who you are. So love yourself, love everyone around you, address your pain, don't run from it. And man, be honest, because that's the best way to get to where you're supposed to go, baby. Love y'all.